Hey everybody, how's it going? Aaron Rift here from NoDQ.com to give you my thoughts on WWE Survivor Series 2015. Let's just say that the streak of good WWE pay-per-views has ended with Survivor Series. Overall, I felt the show was very predictable. The matches were good for the most part, but I felt the booking was really poor. Let's get started here with the matches. First off, we had the kickoff match, an unannounced 5-on-5 Survivor Series match with all the undercard guys. You had the Cosmic Wasteland, you had Bo Dallas, and you had The Miz on one team, and they were up against Titus O'Neil, the Dudleys, Neville, and the returning Goldust, which was really the only noteworthy thing about this match. It was just a standard 5-on-5 tag team match, nothing to it. Was a little bit surprised that Neville was the only guy on his team to be eliminated. To me, it made no sense. Why not just have the babyfaces win a clean sweep? Why did Neville have to get eliminated? Especially when he's probably the guy you're pushing the hardest, or you have been pushing the hardest over the past several months. I don't get it, but whatever. Good guys won as expected. They had a few commercials during the pre-show, which is typical. And then we got to the main card. The show kicked off with the two semi-final matches to crown a new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. First up, we had Roman Reigns versus Alberto Del Rio. The crowd was booing Roman Reigns. They were doing the dual "Let's go Roman, Roman sucks" chants. This was a good match. No real complaints about it. I mean, it was like a good Raw TV match, but it didn't really feel like a top-tier pay-per-view quality match. It was good. I wouldn't call it great or anything, but I thought it was very solid. Roman Reigns, as expected, picked up the win against Del Rio. Figured that would happen. I don't think anybody predicted Del Rio to win this one. It was technically sound. Crowd chanted "This is awesome" during it, which I do want to mention the crowd was going a little bit overboard. I mean, crowds in general have been going overboard with the "This is awesome" chants. They did it for both of the opening pay-per-view matches, which is fine. I mean, they're featuring main eventers, so I don't really see that much of a problem with it, but it seems like the fans are chanting it now anytime a match is even halfway decent. Next up, we had the other semi-final match, which was... I wanted to mention real quick that when Del Rio hit the kick on Reigns, which is the same kick that beat John Cena at Hell in the Cell, the announcers failed to mention that. I figured that would have made Roman look stronger after all, to mention that he kicked out of the move that beat Cena, but they didn't do it, so don't understand what that was about. Next up, we had Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens. Another good match between these two. Another good match on this pay-per-view to kick things off. I felt that it could have gone either way. I could have seen Kevin Owens winning and then going on to lose to Roman Reigns. But Dean Ambrose won, and I guess that was the right way to go because, you know, they were building up this idea that the two best friends forever were going to have a match against each other. They had the backstage segment with Ambrose and Reigns congratulating each other. So yeah, Ambrose won, and that set up the battle of the best friends forever. Roman Reigns versus Dean Ambrose in the main event. Alright, next up here, we had the second Survivor Series match, the second traditional Survivor Series match. This time, the participants were the New Day, Sheamus, and Wade Barrett against Ryback, the Lucha Dragons, and the Usos. Xavier Woods had this Elvis-like hairstyle, which was awesome. The New Day was great as usual. Interesting here because you had the 5 members of the heel side come out. Sheamus was out there, and no separate entrance for Sheamus. Even though he's the Money in the Bank holder, the guy that could potentially be the next WWE champion, he doesn't get his own entrance. He's basically just one of the other guys on the team that's basically New Day in charge. New Day was hilarious, and then Sheamus got on the mic and tried to make jokes as well, and of course it was purposely written for Sheamus to look goofy and for nobody to laugh at it. But once again, you're booking Sheamus as this goofy guy that isn't supposed to be funny or entertaining, and he's potentially your next WWE champion. How are you supposed to take this guy seriously? And this will all play in later in the show. So anyways, I did not like the booking of this match at all. Big Big E was fun in this match. He speared the crap out of Sin Cara, and Sheamus hit the bro kick after Big E did the spear, and then there was this big argument between Big E and Sheamus. And I thought that if they wanted to do something creative, there could have been a falling out between Sheamus and Big E, which would lead to, the New Day members walking out. Instead, the New Day guys just walked out. Big E got pinned, had nothing to do with Sheamus. There was no interaction physically between Sheamus and Big E. Big E just got beat, and then Kofi and Xavier decided to just carry Big E to the back, and they all left. The referee didn't even bother counting. The announcers got confused. The announcers thought that Kofi and Xavier were going to come back to the ring. I mean, the announcers were confused because the referee didn't officially count them out. Thing was confusing. Didn't like it. I understand, yes, the New Day are heel characters, but why couldn't they have done something where Sheamus accidentally attacked Big E, or some kind of miscommunication, and then that leads to Kofi and Xavier getting pissed off? But anyways, once the New Day left, the crowd died. The crowd completely lost interest in the match once the New Day guys were gone. And it doesn't really make sense when you have Sheamus, the one heel out there, with three baby faces. At this point, you had Ryback and one of the Usos and Kalisto. Good guys won. Sheamus didn't pin anybody, so Sheamus looks weak yet again. The Money in the Bank holder, the possible next WWE champion, just gets beat here, and that's the end of it. Good guys win. Don't understand the booking of this. I mean, they could have done something with Big E and Sheamus, leading to a whole falling apart between the team. They could have had the New Day win. They could have had the heels win this match. I don't get it. They could have maybe had Sheamus pick up a win, beat three guys, and build him up strong as the possible next WWE champion. I don't know. Wasn't a big fan of it. Let's see here. Next up, we had Paige versus Charlotte. This match, in my opinion, was a complete dud. The wrestling itself was okay, although I feel that Paige was overselling. I felt both of them were overselling, and I felt Paige when she was screaming. I mean, I've seen women in low-budget, straight-to-DVD movies with better screaming/acting performances. Wasn't convincing at all, in my opinion. And the crowd was just totally dead for this match. The only time they reacted, they were cheered for Paige over Charlotte. Now keep in mind that not only is Charlotte the babyface and Paige is the heel, but they did the angle on Raw where Paige made the comment about Charlotte's dead brother Reed. This was supposed to generate heel heat for this match. Instead, the fans that were awake were cheering for Paige. If anything tells you that the angle was a failure, that's it right there. The crowd did not care about this match. And it didn't feel proper because Charlotte should be furious over this. She should be coming out. She should be beating the crap out of Paige. This should be just an intense brawl. And the match lacked the intensity. I didn't feel any kind of intensity, like Charlotte was really angry trying to get her revenge against Paige. To me, the whole thing was a disaster. Wasn't a fan of the match at all. My opinion, the Divas Revolution is falling flat very quickly. And let's see here. Next up, we had Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. Basically just a showcase to build up Tyler Breeze. He's getting the push right now. Dolph Ziggler was just doing his usual stuff. Match was okay. Nothing special. I mean, felt like a glorified Raw match. But it did its job in building up Tyler Breeze as a rising superstar in WWE. So, I mean, whatever. Not terrible or anything. And then we had the tag team match, Undertaker and Kane against two of the Wyatt family members. Undertaker had the awesome entrance. They had the big screen with the coffin showing all the different looks of the Undertaker. I thought that was cool. You had the fire. You had the symbol on fire. Good stuff here. Nice entrance from the Undertaker. Match itself was fine. I mean, very predictable. Figured the Undertaker and Kane would win. They pretty much dominated the match. They destroyed, forgot his name. I'm just drawing a blank here. Eric Rowan. They destroyed Eric Rowan. And then, it was revealed that it was going to be Bray Wyatt and Harper against Undertaker and Kane. Strowman, of course, as expected, interfered in the match. But then Undertaker and Kane double choke slammed Strowman through the table. and then it was Undertaker and Kane down in the ring. They both sat up at the same time, and double choke slams to Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, and then Undertaker did the tombstone on Harper, and that was that. Very predictable, but I mean, it was expected, because you expected Undertaker 25-year anniversary to be showcased as one of the all-time greats in WWE. So it was what it was. So can't really complain too much, because that is what WWE was building up towards. The Undertaker having one more big moment at Survivor Series for his 25-year anniversary. All right. I also wanted to mention Jerry Lawler on commentary. He's actually showing emotion. At one point when they did the double choke slam through the table, Lawler was actually reacting like he had seen Deborah's puppies. I just wanted to take note of that. First time I've seen any kind of emotion from Lawler in a long time. And then we had the main event, and I don't really need my notes for this. Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the WWE title. No heel turn. Roman Reigns, with 2 spears, beats Dean Ambrose to win the WWE title. The two best friends forever shake hands and embrace. Dean Ambrose leaves the arena, apparently. He just wandered off, which also makes no sense with what happened next. I guess he just left the building, got in his limo, and took off to the hotel. I mean, was never explained where he went. But anyways, Triple H came out. They had the firework, the confetti, all that stuff. And then you had Triple H wanting to shake hands with Roman Reigns. He instead gave Triple H the spear, which led to Sheamus coming out. Sheamus comes out, hits the bro kick, cashes in Money in the Bank. Referee calls for the bell. The match begins. Sheamus goes for the pin. Roman Reigns kicks out. So Sheamus hits a second bro kick and wins the title. So it's the same type of Money in the Bank cash-in we've seen every single time. It was basically a repeat of SummerSlam 2013, pretty much a carbon copy. Babyface wins the title, big celebration, Triple H comes out, shenanigans, heel comes out, cashes in Money in the Bank, and wins the title. Same exact thing. Triple H raises Sheamus' hand. Sheamus is the new authority champion. Really lame. Just no creativity whatsoever. Sheamus has been probably the worst booked Money in the Bank holder in WWE history, and the stuff they did with him early on the show, it was so stupid. I mean, it's almost like WWE booked him so poorly to try and make it a surprise to fans when he came out. But, I mean, I figured he was going to come out and lose. I mean, that's what made sense to me, because if you're going all the way with Roman Reigns, you might as well have him beat Sheamus too and just make him the definitive champion. Instead, they had Roman Reigns lose, which I felt was lame. Having him lose to Sheamus, who was booked so poorly, to me, Roman Reigns should have just beat him, and you go from there with Roman Reigns as the champion. But it is what it is. Sheamus is the new champion, and probably the least convincing world champion in history. I mean, clearly he's champion as a fluke. It's going to be impossible to take him seriously as champion, and now we get to see Roman Reigns versus Sheamus at the next pay-per-view. Boy, oh boy, I can hardly wait. So that about wraps it up for my thoughts. Wasn't a big fan of the show at all. Definite thumbs down for me. One of the worst WWE pay-per-views of the year. But thank you guys out there for your happy birthday comments. I appreciate it. I wish WWE put on a better show. I wish there was more creativity. I wish they had a better direction, but they just went with their usual booking. Same old crap in WWE, so whatever. So that'll wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding Survivor Series, and I'll see you this week for No DQ&A video.